Color notation. Suggestion of a chromatic score. The last chapter traced a series of steps leading to the construction of a practical color sphere. Each color was tested by appropriate instruments to assure its degrees of hue, value, and chroma before being placed in position. Then the total sphere was tested to detect any lack of balance. Each color was also written by a letter and 2 numerals, showing its place in the 3 scales of hue, value, and chroma. This naturally suggests not only a record of each separate color sensation, but also a union of these records in series and groups to form a color score, similar to the musical score by which the measured relations of sound are recorded. A very simple form of color score may be easily imagined as a transparent envelope wrapped around the equator of the sphere and forming a vertical cylinder, Figure 21. On the envelope, the equator traces a horizontal center line, which is at 5 of the value scale, with zones 6, 7, 8, and 9 as parallels above, and the zones 4, 3, 2, and 1 below. Vertical lines are drawn through 10 equidistant points on this center line, corresponding with the divisions of the hue scale, and marked R, YR, Y, GY, G, BG, B, PB, P, and RP. The transparent envelope is thus divided into 100 compartments, which provide for 10 steps of value in each of the 10 middle colors. Now, if we cut open this envelope along one of the verticals, as for instance red-purple, RP, it may be spread out, making a flat chart of the color sphere, Figure 22. Y-green is given the center of the score. A cylindrical envelope might be opened on any desired meridian, but it is an advantage to have green, G, at the center of the chart, and it is therefore opened at the opposite point, red-purple, RP. To the right of the green center are the meridians of green-yellow, GY, yellow, Y, yellow-red, YR, and red, R, all of which are known as warm colors because they contain yellow and red. To the left are the meridians of blue-green, BG, blue, B, purple-blue, PB, and purple, P, all of which are called cool colors because they contain blue. Green being neither warm nor cold of itself and becoming so only by additions of yellow or of blue, thus serves as a balancing point or center in the hue scale. Footnote. To put this in terms of the spectrum wavelengths, long waves at the red end of the spectrum give the sensation of warmth, while short waves at the violet end cause the sensation of coolness. Midway between these extremes is the wavelength of green. End footnote. The color score presents 4 large divisions or color fields made by the intersection of the equator with the meridian of green. Above the center are all light colors, and below it are all dark colors. To the right of the center are all warm colors, and to the left are all cool colors. Middle green, 5G 5 over 5, is the center of balance for these contrasted qualities, recognized by all practical color workers. The chart forms a rectangle whose length equals the equator of the color sphere, and its height equals the axis, a proportion of 3.14 to 1. Representing a union and balance of the scales of hue and of value. This provides for 2 color dimensions, but to be complete, the chart must provide for the 3rd dimension, chroma. Replacing the chart around the sphere and joining its ends so that it reforms the transparent envelope, we may thrust a pin through at any point until it pierces the surface of the sphere. Indeed, the pin can be thrust deeper until it reaches the neutral axis, thus forming a scale of chroma for the color point where it enters. In the same way, any colors on the sphere, within the sphere, or without it, can have pins thrust into the chart to mark their place, and the length by which each pin projects can be taken as a measure of chroma.